When she says she wants to go lift, you get off your ass and you go lift with her so you can jack up your testosterone, guys. So Kimberly is back and we're here getting a workout at Anytime Fitness back home and starting off with squats. And since she's had a bit of a layoff, and this is for anybody that has had a bit of a layoff from training, ease into it. What I mean by that is don't go super crazy, don't go super heavy. Instead, what I want you to focus on is optimizing your form. So focus on good, solid contractions. Try not to rush anything and really take your time learning to engage and then contract the targeted muscle. I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the things we've been working on with Kimberly's back squat right now is working on really trying to drive from the outer part of the foot while driving the big toe down to create that tripod effect. So what you want to be thinking about is pushing the knees out while driving the big toe down. That will really help stabilize the hips and contract the glutes a little bit harder. It's one of the things that I found that really help get my balance on a squat. Also, you want to get a 3-step walkout nailed down just so you're always in like the same sort of squat position. And don't be afraid to try and not do your best. It's okay. One of the best things you can do is just try. Just try and recognize that failing's okay. There's no such thing as perfection. We're always striving. Doesn't matter where you are in your fitness journey. And again, like I said, she wants to go work out with her. Put in some work. So we just kept it nice and light here, just 2 plates, just 2 sets, nice and easy. Again, you guys see that the focus is on driving the knees out, pushing the floor down away from you. Big breath in, hold that breath, squat down, drive up, and exhale. Some people recommend that you inhale as you squat down. Not a big fan of it, to be honest with you, but it works. Now, if you have your boobs done, then ideally you want to do your pressing motions from an incline movement, nothing from like a flat bench or decline. That could have an effect on your implants. Same thing here when we're doing presses. We really want to like focus on turning our wrists over and creating that tension within the joint. So the stress is mainly on the pecs. And this workout was just a whole body workout. We did squat, then we did a pushing exercise. So we did the incline dumbbell press, and then went on to a hinge pattern to do deadlifts after this. And when you're starting up, really practice on moving the weight slow and controlled. When you're pushing the weight up, think about driving your joints the opposite way. So every action, there's equal and opposite reaction. So in this, we don't want to push the shoulder forward. We want to keep the shoulder pushed down while we're extending our elbows, essentially. And now we're on to the deadlift. Again, this is great. The only correction that I would really want to reinforce moving forward is just make sure you keep your chin down in more of a neutral position, so you're not extending through the cervical spine. And doing a little correction here, getting her to squeeze her shoulder blades together, just to keep a lot more stability in that area of her shoulders. I think during this workout, I also moved the camera over a bit, just so she could see the difference of keeping tension on her traps and her upper back.
Forward, like they were before. Now go back.
This is where I did
Good.
it.
Now you can see what it looks like on video.
There you guys can see the difference.
Good. Perfect.
When you start thinking about weightlifting as in creating tension to the floor and driving that tension up through the body, it's kind of think of it like a transfer of energy. It really kind of enhances the training experience. It's being extra perceptive or extra perceptive and also introspective. So I just did like a nice easy light set here on this, and I think I did one more set. But again, we stuck at just 2 sets this week. Next week, we're going to be adding sets, keeping the weight the same. And another reason for that is not really going to go for like a strength phase here, because she is going to be going back to
Yeah. Keep pushing a
for
little bit
perform
back.
soon. So
You got this.
want to keep risk of injury fairly low and focus just on engaging in good technique. And again, we just want to have the chin tucked down here to keep pressure off the spine, keep everything nice and neutral.
Yeah, just need cover, just put down. That's good.
So yeah, I think the key what I'm trying to tell her is drive your toes down, push your knees out as you're coming down.
Beautiful. Good job.
Keep the tension off the
Nice.
spine, keep it on the glutes and the hips. So yeah, go to the gym, make mistakes, be comfortable with it, and I don't want to give an athlete when they're coming back way too much to think about. I just want to get through the workout with her and um, also have these recordings up so to create more things to be mindful of. And I think it allows you to go to the gym for your next session and give you more things to focus on to kind of give you a little bit more motivation to go back. So think of it that way. What things can you always improve on when you're training? And that's why I think everyone should record themselves or take notes and come up with ideas of what they should be doing. You'll grow with the weights essentially. And what I mean by grow is just consciously become more aware of things.
Come on. Roll those shoulders back a little.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy to have my training partner back.
Keep that tension there.
It's good to see somebody being able to really get into the zone and push themselves and realize how beneficial exercise is. I know both of us were complaining about being stiff and being in a bit of pain, and just being able to go to the gym really makes a big difference, especially if you're neurodivergent, have ADHD or anything like that. The gym is going to be the best place for you to go, especially if you're also in your head a lot. You need to get out of your head and get out of your comfort zone. One of the big things I like to talk to people about is the flow of energy. Like, there's feminine energies and there's masculine energies, and when you're kind of stuck in like a feminine energy, it's where you're not really doing things within the world, where you're just kind of sitting and you're ruminating. To get out of that, you need to do things that's getting into your masculine energy. That's why we always say things like, back in the day, men used to go to war, and now people are just kind of worried about the feelings. It's like, yeah, you're tapping into a different energy. It's good to use that to your advantage and kind of recognize where you are during your day, because everyone's going to ruminate. The mind can go anywhere. That's just my tip for my neurodivergent people. So yeah, we also did a shoulder pressing variation here as well, and we're also gonna have a pull up. We supersetted these shoulder presses with hip abduction. We used a machine. It was just available, so we figured, why not? I wanted to throw it in there. She's been away from the gym for a little while now, just due to her busy schedule.
Good.
So you got to make adjustments. Think of what you want to do. Are you using weight training to enhance the other things you want to do? Because you don't want it to take away from activities. So if you're in a sport, martial art or anything like that, use weight training maybe 2 or 3 times a week.
7.
And if you're very competitive or you're very busy, then you definitely want to trim it down and maybe stick to body weight training during a season.
That's the baby. Come on. Push, 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 push.
Now, the only thing I would change here is, again, we don't want to protract our shoulder, meaning we don't want to push our shoulder kind of out of the socket. We want to kind of keep it in there and keep our shoulder blades pushed down and depressed as well, so they're stable. But that's the natural tendency when you're new to the gym. It's just your body's kind of getting acclimated with the movement, so it's just another thing to kind of keep your mind focused on.
Nice.
And then hip abduction, same thing. We want to get that good arch in our foot and focus on driving the knee out. I also think about kind of pushing my toes down and what's known as pronating the foot. So we're kind of trying to turn it outside. So we're pushing down at the base and the inside part of our heel with this motion as well. Yeah, here's the second set here. So I'm really trying to keep my shoulder blades pushed down, the weight into my traps, and pushed into the bench. I'm also driving my feet down and forward, and I'm working at the lengthened part of the range here just to keep more tension off the triceps and just really trying to work on the shoulders. And as you guys can see, I'm not lifting anything crazy heavy or anything like that. I'm just focusing more on engaging those muscles and contracting. You can push a lot of weight, and if you're not really getting a great engagement, a great workout, so just think about that. You're not weight training. Like, we're definitely using the weights to get stronger in a range of motion, but we're bodybuilding here. We're looking to change our physique. And the nice thing about the assisted pull-up here is, again, you can see my shoulder blades are coming right up and getting a full stretch, and then I'm driving them back and looking down and trying to squeeze at the very top of the rep. So this machine is really good for that, to be able to get that tension at the very top and hold that. So just a little demo here, and then Kimberly ended up finishing off here. Great example of putting in the work.
Good.
Also, when you guys go to the gym, don't be afraid to do really light warm-ups. Just really try to feel those muscles engage and warm up and get the blood where you want it to go. Don't just go cold, especially when you're older. Get into your late 30s and 40s and 50s. You got to take time to warm up and feel things properly.
Good. Come on, squeeze, slow down. Slow down, slow down. That's
So
it.
again, the only thing we want her to do is come down
Good stretch.
just a little bit
Squeeze up.
slower,
Hold,
a little
hold,
more
hold.
controlled.
Slow down. Good. That's it.
I think about bending the
Good.
handles kind of like a U shape. Fine when I do that sort of motion with them, like kind of pushing my pinkies towards my ears, putting torque that way. I find I really get a lot more
Come on.
lat engagement and a better overall contraction. So you guys can enjoy the
Good.
program. But yeah, that was our
Use that
workout for the
back one.
weekend. And if you can take anything away from this workout, just go out there, fail, take videos, and learn, and find a new thing to work on every single time you go to the gym.
Come on, baby.
Anyways, leave a comment
That's it.
or have any questions, let me know. Thanks.